So Katie and I are at the Mammoth Film Festival. We're doing a bunch of interviews and stuff. And like I said, we'll be playing a lot of videos and clips and interviews and stuff in the next few weeks and stuff. But we're sitting there doing a bunch of red carpet interviews with all these people walking into their movies and their screenings and whatever, these big fancy Hollywood types, you know?
Right.
And
so fancy.
The whole point of this radio show and podcast is like really coming into focus for me as we keep going, which is that Katie and I were both on shows for like 5 years, right? 6 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we would do interviews and stuff in support of those shows, as you do. And you just get asked the same questions 1,000 times, right? And so you even get bored answering the questions.
Yeah.
And so I love that we just talk about these ridiculous things with people on the radio show and in interviews because they like it too because they're so sick of saying the same thing a million times as well.
It catches them off guard.
Yeah, it knocks them off balance a bit. And but also it's just more fun for them. Like I can see them having fun.
Right.
So it was fun to be on the red carpet of the Mammoth Film Festival and be the only press outlet that's talking about butter or hot dogs or whatever instead of their movie.
Is a hot dog a sandwich question killed? Like off mic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Multiple times that question got brought up and people just were like, their minds were blown, first of all.
Right.
And then they couldn't stop talking about it.
It was really funny also watching other press outlets down the red carpet just looking at us like, what are those two idiots doing? like they're all asking these in-depth questions about movies and independent film and the process and blah, blah, blah. And like, there I am being like, hey, do you wear thongs or go commando? Makes me laugh. But everyone was walking away from our interviews going, that was a lot of fun. And then they looked
literally
bored
said
to
that
death with every other outlet that was on the red carpet.
Every other outlet.
Anyway, though, it brings me to the butter thing, though, which is that I would ask some of these fancy, highfalutin celebrity types, if they... I figured out a way to just ask the question very quickly, which was, do you store butter in... wait, how did I say it? Oh, do you store butter in the cupboard, in the fridge, or just leave it out on the counter? That's what I would say. And I say it the exact same way every time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you store butter in the cupboard, in the fridge, or just leave it out on the counter?
Right.
And about a third of the time, these highfalutin celebrity types would look back at me and go, I don't eat butter. And the first few times it happens, I just went, okay, all right, and would move on. And then I just, by day 2, I was just sick of it. They'd be like, I don't eat butter. And I'd just be like, oh, shut up.
Do you not like life?
Come on. You got to love that you're the only press outlet on the red carpet telling celebrities to shut up. I was like, oh, shut up. You eat butter. And then their face would just be like, well, I do, but it's a secret, and I eat it in my closet in the dark in the
No one
position.
can know about it.
Nobody can ever know about it. Oh, it's so funny. These people, it's like, oh, get over yourself. And also the other thing is, these people who are unable to answer a dumb hypothetical question, all right, you might be on some strict diet right now because you're playing Thor or whatever, which is fine.
But you're not Superman anymore.
Is that a shot at Tom Welling?
What?
Okay. Anyway, the thing is yeah, you might be on some strict diet because you're in a mood, whatever, and you want to look good with your shirt off. Great, I understand that. But you've eaten butter at some point in your life.
Right.
Or there's been butter at some house that you happen to live in, or maybe you just went to a friend's house and saw how butter was stored. You can answer the GD question, Tom Welling.
I don't like the...
Actually, it wasn't. I shouldn't yell at Tom. Tom did answer the question.
He did answer.
Other people. We'll get into it as the weeks go.
I don't like my mom stores it this way either. I don't like either version of that.
Well, yeah, that's what they would say. They say, I don't eat butter. And then I'd be like, oh,
and then
come
you press
on.
them.
And then they say, okay, fine. My mom keeps it in the fridge. And I'm like, no, that's not what I asked you.
It's not the question.
That's not what I asked you. Yeah,
right.
Ridiculous.